and light collective. Much, much, much love and light to you. Whether you are joining us live or after the fact, all right, I want you to know I appreciate you like so much. Okay. I literally have the best collective hands down. Nobody's telling me otherwise, just saying, all right, and I'm grateful to report that we have another week under our belt, so to speak, all right, at slaying this thing called life, okay? And I'm not unmindful of the energies, right? I'm not unmindful that maybe it's not really a cakewalk from one week to the next, right? But eventually, brighter days come. Just saying, okay? So if that's you going, oh, really? Right? Really. It's the thing, okay? Just hold on. You'll see what I mean, okay? In the meantime, I really do wish I had something like a lot more high vibes to talk about other than what I'm seeing in these cards from one pile to the next. Ugh, right? Just saying, no judgment, only love and light. I just want better for you. And I think that's why we're kind of talking about most of these piles, not all, not all, not all. Okay. Just saying, okay. So we do have three piles tonight to get through, right? And we are talking perhaps about somebody's or a collective of I'm like, should we call them divine masculine? They're not some of them are just not operating even at the ground zero level in current energies. Not here to word curse, just saying what I'm seeing, right? This is so giving me like Mrs. Doubtfire vibes, right? Where the character's all like, "I'm not a therapist, dear. I just say what I see," right? And who we girl, bro, sis, Bob, Brenda, just saying, it ain't all pretty here. I'm not here to lie to anybody. Hopefully that makes sense. Duh, right? And what we're going to be talking about tonight is basically this seems to be like from one pile to the next, people that ain't talking so much. You're not sharing chatty chat. You don't have words, okay? Um, However, I did pick up on for some, to be clear, not all, aspects of strong telepathy. You guys got to watch that. Love and light, Oshia. Love and light, Sean. Happy Friday, you guys. If it's still Friday. Welcome in. We gotta talk. Oh my gosh. Right. So we're gonna be talking for one pal to the next, like how this person sees you, whether they're an ex, whether they're just a happenstance. Love and light, I post. I'm phenomenal. I hope you can say the same. Love and light Cole, love and light Boo, prize. Um, so we're gonna be talking about how this person views you, right? The audacity for some. All right. I think I just want to offer this just so you guys aren't like super triggered because we're also going to be talking about how divine sees you, okay? And ain't no problem there, all right? I think the only way there could be some sort of problematic energy here is if you're not taking heed to the message in the sense of just doing you, babe, okay? Now, that's not for every pile here, right? And I also, if I do say so myself, kind of felt like there was some sort of interlacing, interweaving here from one pile to the next. Not every pile necessarily, but just energetically picked up on some similarities, okay, from what I've already gone ahead and done before I came on the live with you guys, okay? So there could be a large group of people that can resonate with more than one of these piles tonight. That feels bittersweet to say, because again, I seen some of the cards. Love and light, Spoonie. My day was long. Oh my goodness, Boo. You have no idea. What you might though, right? Because we're all connected. Makes so, but you know what? Even in some of the longer days, I just learned to just celebrate and be grateful. It's like, you know what? The next thing you know, those long days, those harsher days, harsher moments, they pass, right? Love and light, Sonera. Much love and light, babe. Um, what I want to say here to be clear is please don't come here to be triggered. All right. Really, we're talking about this to be empowered and enlightened. Some of us to move on, others to be patient. Okay. Depending on what power we're diving in here. Oh, hopefully that makes sense. All right. And so I'm mindful. I got on here a little bit later than I wanted to. even though it's Friday night, right? We got different schedules and things. I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell, you guys. Love and Light NSF, welcome, welcome. Because once I get into this, I kind of need to like bang it out from one pal to the next. So I'm just going to go ahead and ring the bell firstly, just to get us started. And if you don't know what the bell ring means, please check the description box. All right, like I said, I had a long day. You don't want me working any harder, okay? I don't know if that can even be a thing on a day like today, you guys. Ay, ay, ay. On a week like this week was, if I'm being honest. Some of the things that I've had to be exposed to this week alone might break some others, just saying. And I'm not bragging, to be clear. Okay. Just keeping the mood light is all, just saying. So I won't even go into it. But you know, strength is power just the same. So good thing we've got those tangible receipts and evidence and things of our strength, okay? And once you guys start learning to implement, like, oh, here's the silver lining cheat code, right? Like I said, you guys, some of those harsher times, those lengthier days, they do tend to pass on by with a lot more ease than in moon cycles past, all right? So, again, not a victim, just sharing is caring, and thanks for asking. How about that? So, thanks. You like the necklace? Stay tuned to my Etsy shop. All right, working on that. And this is one of the things that your girl has designed and will be featured on the page. All right, so you guys want to check that description box. You want to get connected to what all else your girl got going on, because it ain't just the tarot, just saying, okay? And like I just stated, sharing literally is caring. And you look in that box, you're going to see your girl cares for y'all a lot. There's so much I'm trying to share there, just saying, all right? All right, let's see here. Love and Light Raymond. I want to scroll back to make sure I'm not skipping over. All right, so I do see Raymond's first in line. All right. Wait, my ex spying and wants to contact the scared. Okay, let me see here. Your ex is spying and wants to contact? But scared to that true. Is that true? All right. So are you asking, like, should you contact Raymond? I'm so confused. I'll just get you your yes or no. Hopefully you can make sense of it, because I don't even have the fight in me tonight, I tell you. So we'll see. And I apologize, it might be on my end as to why I'm unclear. But I see this maybe working out if you want it to, right? With the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, talking about putting that work in to get to the 10. You know, maybe it's really the epitome of, like, you know, a really decent candidate. I don't know if I want to say, like, hands down the only person for you, right? But it could be that there's been a lot of growth and change there since where y'all left off at. Whatever on what all that may mean, Raymond, all right? Okay, let's see here. All right, so that's what I got for you, babe. That's a yes, to be clear, Raymond Torres. Love and light, babe. All right, NSF, I see you. Okay, let me see here. Oop. Man, that is a big fat hell yes. Regarding this Emperor, all right? This is the most truth-filled yes. This is the most passionate-filled yes. You got all of that, talking about divine breakthrough assistant type of energy, which would be pretty standard for a twin flame situation, all right? Whether this guy's older than you or not, all right? So that's a yes, NSF. Much love and light to you and your twin flame. Ooh, let's see here, Sean. Love and light, sir. You guys, if I seem a little off tonight, I'm just tired. I'm good though. Like, I'm here. I'm just can't always do, like, you know, extreme 1010% on every live stream. So hopefully y'all forgive me, because guess what? I didn't want to not come on here and not be with you guys. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Again, it was a long week and a long day. So of course I want to come be with my peoples, right? Okay, what are we talking here? What are we talking here, Sean? What are we talking here? What's it look like? Is it a bunch of hate and nastiness there? Is it all bad vibes and shit? I don't think so, babe. Just, it's given genuine. All right. Now, in the past, it could have been feeling like that ain't a thing. Maybe even recently. Could have felt like this person had other choices and other things to do. And maybe they did and found out grass ain't greener. Just saying, Sean. But as far as current energies right now is given all systems go. Okay. If that's what you want, to be clear. I mean, depending on the way we ask these questions, you guys, depends on the way the answers comes out sometimes. You know what I mean? Like people come on, they're like, oh, is so-and-so gonna reach out? And it's like, yeah, but should we ask, should they? Like, should we ask, is this good that they intend to reach out? Because just because somebody intends to do something with you, to you, and for you, doesn't necessarily mean that's the ultimate high vibe situation or what you even want. You know what I'm saying? But you're very welcome, Sean. All right, let's see. Ford Ranger for C. Oshia. Call it in, babe. You want that? Thank you. I'm grateful for my Ford Ranger. I'm grateful that it is low maintenance and high sustainability. Right? You guys manifest as you clearly are, C. Oshia, because that's a yes for you, babe. All right? So whatever kind of experiences you had, like, because I get it, you guys, if you've been burned by a lemon out there, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, should I even try to get another freaking vehicle? Because they all seem all shiny and shit at the first, month or two. And then it just, it's given assed out energy. It ain't going to be that. All right. Once you get it, it's good. Call it in, though. Be grateful for it now. Like you got the keys in hand. You know what I'm saying? Can you feel the keys? Can you hear them jingle? See, right? Call it in. You're very welcome, babe. All right, let's see here. And you know what, Sean? I love that we found out that you are genuinely loved with like hardcore tangible evidence by somebody. Like whether it's your somebody or not, you guys, when you find evidence of the things that you're looking for anyways, being in existence, I get it. Maybe it's not somebody you want to just be like, I'm just gonna, allow this to be my end game goal situation, right? But magnify the energies that are already in existence for you, around you, with you, within you, as well as your connections with others as you see them, right? Don't delusion it into a thing, right? But as it's really there in your face kind of thing, magnify that shit so you get even more experiences. You get even more friends and lovers that actually fuck with you and not fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully that's making sense to somebody because it should be making sense to all of us. You know what I mean? Love and late, Fiona. I'm glad you made it, babe. Exactly, Sean. I already know you know, but sometimes it's just good to have these talks, It's just good to talk it out sometimes. All right. 1 second, you guys. Okay. All right. So I had to take care. I thought my. Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. All right. Okay. Distractions. What's going on here? Okay. So sorry, you guys. All right. Let me see. Okay. So here's the stitch, you guys. We got 3 piles. I don't have any markers, right? So you're just going to have to bear with me on that. Again, I was like, let me just come on here because I got on here later than I was planning. And, hold on 1 second. Why is it like chaos trying to ensue? That's interesting. Okay. Speaking of chaos, right? Long story short, I got a card here, right? It's talking about divine masculine. And I need you to know the energies about this divine masculine or somebody in masculine energy, whether guy, girl, what have you. It's given a bunch of this, nada, non-factor, nothingness, zip, zilch, darkness, perhaps on a good day, right? It's like, what? Why would we want any of that, right? But I feel like we're talking about it because somebody wants to know why, you know? Shit, I've been there too. It's like, why the hell would I want so and so, knowing damn well, dot, 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 right? We've all been there. It happens. All right. Let's talk about this because it's giving it's important enough to talk about. Just saying. All right. So pound number 1, we're starting at, let's say, 1545. You're going to resonate with this, okay? Maybe not right away because I have to get into like actually what's going on in their inner psyche without you kind of thing, but about you at the same time. Again, please don't be triggered, and I'm just the messenger. I'm not here coming for anyone or anyone's person, and I don't want any bad vibes here, right? But we do have to talk about this shit so that you definitely don't have bad vibes in the future or even ever again with this mofo kind of thing, right? Whether guy, girl, what have you. And you know, karma's really kicking that ass, if I do say so myself, especially for pawn number 1, right? Because this shit is not giving happy Friday, right? This isn't happiness at all. I don't even know if man's ass cheeks are unclenched yet. You know what I'm saying? The fists are balled up, the sweater is giving sweatiness, right? Like it's just, it's not good there. And I want to talk about it, not because I want to be an asshole, but because I want to balance out the scales here, because this person looks at you as again, I'm the messenger. This person looks at you as lesser than. How dare they? Lesser than. So this person is giving hella narcissistic vibes. Okay, I'm not going to go out and say, you know, straight demon time, but it might be, just saying, okay, for this person to look at you and feel that you are, you know, maybe they're looking at you like you're not so street smart if they're deeming themselves to be street smart. Same deal with book smarts here, okay? It's a general collective message. You guys got to take what resonates for you, utilizing your own intuition regarding your own situationship, all right? And again, you guys are not talking in current energies. If you're here about somebody that you're talking with right now, I don't know that I have any pile for this particular session, but I know I got something for you somewheres on the channel. Check it out. I dare you, all right? Um, but this person looks at you as you know, weaker minded, right? I'm hearing the word simpleton, which really talks about a high level of ignorance. Gosh, I hope this person is understanding that they're at least arrogant. This is giving that kind of spirit. Perhaps they've got attachments, and I could tell you how, you know, in certain ways, maybe not all. For instance, if you got 10 cups and they're all yours, you know, um, whether it's wine, liquor, cognac, I'm hearing, or not, okay, it's getting problematic. But you know, it's part and parcel of their journey as well as their judgment, okay? Because who you're coming out as is not someone weak minded, weak spiritually, or weak emotionally, or intellectually. Um, Quite the opposite in the most. I can't show all aspects of these cards, you guys. There could be some significance to, um, you know, cola without that pop, perhaps. Okay, because this is the cocaine tarot, you guys, right? Could be some significance to red lips, tattoos. Somebody could think it's, you know, drip to own a ski mask for whatever reasons. Here, all right. This person is giving thug, thief, um, survivalist in the most non-successful context of survivalist, like survivalist in the sense of just barely this person is in survival mode but also not thriving at all, to be clear. And the audacity that they have to even view collective member as something, someone lesser than them is laughable in the most non-funny sense of the word laughable, just saying, okay? Like, it's like, is this person actually in their right mind? So irregardless of whether or not they left you or you left them, honey, just accept the win. You know what I'm saying? This pile number 1, this person is not going to take you anywhere that allows for you to feel like healthy and heard and loved and seen and, you know, treated like the way that you deserve to be treated. This person is giving selfish vibes, all right? They're in the throes of addictions, perhaps multiple plural, right? And this person, you'll recall, doesn't really handle stress so well. Again, so there was this, okay? It's like the second, like the ball drops, this person is not giving a strong pillar and tower of strength by any means, right? But they want to project onto you like, no, if there's a problem, it's because you did it, it's because you didn't do it, it's because you exist. It's like, wait a minute. What, right? Ew, right? And still, you know, me on a personal note, if and when I found myself in these situations, eventually I go, why do I still have the heart space for this individual? I think that's why we're talking about that, right? It can get a little sticky because you can be dealing with people from previous lifetimes, incarnations, contracts. And there could be, to some degree, aspects of those contracts that just really are needing to be dealt with spiritually. All right, not necessarily talking pen to paper, you guys. I'm talking about something that trumps any kind of pen and, dare I say, any kind of paper, all right, in the natural sense. Okay, this life is far more spiritual than you may realize. Just saying here. So, this person, whether they're aware of their shortcomings or not, Spirit is saying damn sure would have to even just to be back in your graces. Okay, I'm just getting like somebody is pining for somebody that they know is not good for them, that they know is not all the way mentally healthy. Let's talk about it, as well as spiritually healthy. That has not given them, you know, bouquets of flowers with boxes of candy, but quite the opposite. But yet there's still this pull there, right? And so you may have tried to work with this person to the point where you identified, like, hey, honey, if you just work on these things, you know, we can go to these meetings, perhaps, right? And it's just, it's, I hate to sound word cursy, but energetically, and I just kind of want to like get to it. This is not your person, and it's not going like this is not your person in the sense of your highest vibrational outcome, timeline, incarnation, lover, connection, relationship. Okay, not this time around, not this rodeo, not this circus. Okay, so it's okay to know that, just like it's also okay to know that you're still working through some emotionality, connecting back to this connectionship. I really want to call it that before any kind of relationship, because shoot, we can't be misconstruing what an actual relationship is now, can we? Right? Gone are those days. All right. This person could have like parental wounding, whether on the mother and or the father side. Many of you, it's giving both, right? And you know what? I digress, because parents don't come here with full on manuals. I mean, they got the veils too, right? And babies definitely damn sure don't come through with any kind of like instructional how to video, right? Um, but there is some heavy like family vibes. There could have been disappointment in the relationship to certain degrees. Now we can't put all the eggs in one basket here. To be clear, this is multi faceted at least. All right, but there is some heavy aspect of this person's family getting in the way. However, here's the sitch. Even if that's the case, right, where like a whole family just teamed up and was like, listen, Rodney, what you're not going to do is date Sabrina, right? Sabrina and the other person still have their own free will and their own choices to make, right? Just, I mean, how many times do we hear just in the history of history, all right, you know, where large groupings of individuals had ideas and tried to enforce them? It doesn't have to work or be the case, right? So it's well and good to understand, okay, perhaps family members got in the way, but at the same time, you got to understand on an accountability level, this person made their choice though, right? People can suggest shit till the cows come home. Doesn't mean you have to just, you know, like if you come to me and you go, love, the sky is purple, and I'm looking at the sky trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I see that it's nowhere near purple, I'm not going to just immediately make the choice to be like, yes, it is. It's so purple. Because, like, what? right? So, just saying accountability is still expected and should be your shared sentiment, that, be shared with this person. This person should be accountable at this point. I mean, they're giving an adult, right? As far as age, as far as experience, and yet the choices there aren't so adult like. And that's what I don't really love for you. You know what I'm saying here? So this person and you, long story short, going back to not being word cursy, but it just ain't gonna work. Your vision about love and life together, not the same. Okay, it's just not. Now, some of you, this person, you know them to have intimacy issues, not in the sense of, oh yeah, I like it. No, not that. In the sense of like, you ready yet, honey? It's been 17 minutes. I'm ready to go. You ready yet, honey? Like kind of intimacy. Okay. And this person saying they're one of their harsher truths here, if they could be honest and accountable, they would have to state something to the effect of they weren't sure if they could even keep you satisfied in bed, right? Because do you want to always be waiting 17 minutes? Let me stop. Um, so basically, they, if they're being honest with themselves, giving big if though, just saying for most of these people here, they self-sabotage because they didn't want to take the ego hit. They didn't want to fuck around and find out, would you stay? You know what that means? They're projecting onto you, basically this: I wouldn't stay for me. Isn't that like really twisted? But yet people do it all the time. And then other people, if they're not privy to the situation, which is why we're having these talks, they start thinking, gosh, I should do better and be better. I should make different choices. And yeah, make different choices in the sense of not succumbing to the fuck shit. If somebody is in self sabotage mode, that little vein runs throughout all aspects of their lifestyle, their mentality, their mindset, their money, and their relationships. Just saying. Okay. So you got to be honest. All right. This person, some of you, they're saying, I go ghost with everyone just about the time I fear or think I am going to be abandoned. So there's that projection energy, that tit for tat, that I'll get you before you get me. I'll leave you before you leave me. And this person is also saying like, okay, in the sense of being honest, I don't know that you get this person actually verbalize the shit out, just saying. They took you for granted while knowing they were taking you for granted. Sometimes my own self realization of how toxic I've become amuses me, but not enough to change that truth. All right. Um, so basically, spirit sentiment here is that this was just a test. Okay. It's not your blessing. This person's not your blessing beyond that of the tests that they've allowed for you to essentially say this message where you go, oh, okay, I did the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. I'm living for me, living my life like it's golden, whether your name is Jill or Scott or not. Okay. And spirit's also saying your passion, whatever makes you feel good, whatever you're good at too, especially if that's all like combined. All right. Focus there because that's going to lead you to your actual like lover, right? Somebody that even spirit would be like, yep, that's the one. Okay. It won't be questionable and it won't be like this tower type of energy. That's not love. Okay. Um, and judgment for this person, these people here, because again, they tried it, projected onto you. I think some of them were jealous that you look the way that you do too. And, they probably weren't walking around going, oh, you look so great. You look so handsome. You look so, but in their mind, they're like, how can I keep this person? Because the second they actually like look in the mirror with the way that everyone else sees them, perhaps, right? And so therein is part of the lesson, you knowing your worth, right? It's like the second this person, these people, they knew the second you started to understand your worth, you weren't going to be able to stick around if they weren't going to change. And with the amount of projection energy we've already gone through with pile number one, I don't know that they would believe on their own, left to their own devices, that they could change. All right. I do get a little mix of like chills on this. It's like this energy of like being amused, being inspired, being aroused, you know, like a muse energy, but simultaneously they're jealous because they're broken, right? They've got this wounding, they've got these mindsets, habits about them. When you put all of that shit together, it's not giving what you deserve. All right. And I think if they could be honest with themselves and you, they would share in that sentiment. You don't deserve that. Hence their projection, their self sabotage. And this is why we talk all the time about rejection being protection. Okay. If and when we should align ourselves or intend to, or maybe even unintentionally, just passionately, it's happened a time or two, where you're in the throes of attempting to be, or actually literally being in alignment with something that is outside of your path and or is lesser than what you deserve, the divine will step in and have these people just kind of just push you away, because there ain't no way on divine's watch that you're just going to be shat upon and that's the end of the story and that's all you deserve and that's all you get because that's all you'll ever know, right? No. Okay. Here's the sitch. You're a badass, even in spirit's eyes. You're giving the apple of the eye of divinity. So please don't play about you, because the divine is asking you to stop playing about you, right? And let's be honest. What do you mean playing about you? I mean pining for these very individuals that you already know. You have hard receipts and evidence. They've made you cry, right? They've perhaps said words that you just should have never had to receive, kind of thing. If you're being honest with yourselves here, those resonating with Power One, all right? And so there is your accountability task, perhaps. Shouldn't be a bad one, though, because you're coming out on the great side of karma. Um, and you're just being asked to honor your worth, keep that tax there, because divine, you know, basically has stamped you with approval, if you need to hear that, okay? But you too should be stamping your own ass with approval too. Like, nah, this, you could never with that energy, with the fuck shit, the sabotage. Oh no, we don't do that in my court. You know what I'm saying? And not in the sense of like some power trip, but just continuing on with the preventative maintenance and the air of protection that already exists for you, as it should. You are a divine chosen one. You found this channel, ain't no way around it. Just saying. Okay. And as far as this person coming in, they're not. You want to know why? Hierophant energy is allowing the fool energy, that risk taking, right? That impulsivity to be in the reverse. Divine got you on lock. You know what that means? You got somebody really special waiting in the wings, all right? Energetically, spiritually. I didn't say physically, did I? Do I need to say physically? No. That's how it works. Now, you can sit there and say, yeah, okay, well, I'll believe it when I see it. And you're shooting yourself in the foot, man. You should just start getting grateful for the divine protection that already exists for you. You got tangible proof on that because you're not even talking to this person. Right? Okay. So, you could, stands to reason, have a great chance if you believe that you are deserving of someone better than you've ever known, that they are right around the corner, right? What's the harm in believing that? It's what you deserve to be the truth anyhow. Here's a sitch. The harm is choosing to not believe in the truth that very much exists anyhow, whether you can see hardcore evidence of it or not, especially regarding things like your love life, okay? Ain't no way you're here to just always see first, all right, in order to get grateful, in order to become pleased, in order to feel like, woosah, right? That's not the way this life works. Just saying. But you are supposed to buy bitch this mofo, okay? Whether there's some significance to Marilyn Monroe or not, all right? Because you moving on, closing the chapter energetically, spiritually, all right? Cut them cords, all right? And eventually, perhaps, emotionally, that in itself is your justice, okay? And it's almost like the second you start to energetically align, the emotions will trickle down. You won't be so clenched up, you know. I think some of you are tapping into some aspects of karmic energy that this person is definitely swimming in right now. Definitely. All right. And whoever is coming your way, whether there is some aspect to them that maybe is outside of your norm, whether there is an age gap or not, look how they're having the time of their life. This is going to be a well worth it type of wait. And I put the air quotes around wait because ain't no way you're putting yourself in a box, under a rock, hell, even under a tree, waiting for anyone to come. In the meantime, your orders are to just enjoy your life being you. Follow that passion of yours, okay? So that hopefully resonated with someone. My goodness, that was a lot. I'm going to go ahead and while you guys get your questions in according to the live stream rules, since the bell has rung, for pile 1, I'm just going to close you out here with the chart placements and the initials deck. All right, 1 second here. Pile number 1. Okay, and they could be on the part of either this person, dare I say this mofo, okay, or you, collective member. And initials could be first, middle, and or last. All right. Or they're on the part of you or the mofo. Like, I just really want to be clear. Like, ain't no way you treating my collective member like this and not at least getting called out. You know what I mean? Come on now. Reality check. Oh. Whoa. All right. Philip could be a name of some significance, and somebody could have 2 P's in their name or more than one initial of that of P. Okay, doesn't have to be the case. Or you could, or you both could share initials. Some significance to Sagittarius. Yikes. Okay, let me not get too far ahead. As far as initials, we've got L, P, F, M, D. Maybe somebody's a doctor. Okay. We've got U, we've got O, we've got Q, and we've got M. I think, did I say 2 M's for that one? No, it was 2 P's. Sagittarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and certainly never least Virgo. All right. So that's what I got for pile number 1, you guys. Love and light. Jay, love and light. Don't be stalking me, dude. Love and light country. Happy Friday, you guys. Love and light, Jay. And Fiona said Newman. Newman. Gosh, I should watch some of those reruns. Seinfeld, that was a good run, right? Thank you for your help, moderators, Fiona and Sean. And we got Jay. And Jay, you got to give me your you got to shoot me an email, babe, so I can get you linked up. I tried like 3 times, and I think it's just because I need an email to my account from that particular account, if that makes sense. But that's for another day anyways. You like the necklace too? Thank you, babe. I thought it was cutie. You know, I love it because it's like, I don't know, it's really lightweight, and it's kind of like if you put like a mini, I don't know, like a squishy or a plush, like it's like pillowy. And it does keep me connected to my youthful side, my inner child. Lately, you guys, I've been tapping in hardcore to the inner child. I mean, obviously creativity, duh, but in the sense of just like ferreting through these energies, it's like, ain't no way I'm just gonna be all rocking with George, bound up with my fists, and I refuse. Damn it. But yeah, you guys check out the Etsy link when I do the relaunch. I'm telling you, it's coming. Don't hold your breath. It'll come though. Just saying. I'm excited about it. And you guys, heads up. There's not really anything mass produced. Like, it's just me like making the stuff, right? And y'all know I'm not even on the live stream as much as I want to be, and sometimes I can't be on the live stream because I'm making the stuff, right? So I hope y'all appreciate a good one and done from one piece to the next. I do a lot of statement pieces, whether jewelry, bags, clothing, and just like, you know, whatever I come up with for the season, the time. And so you're going to see, you know, one, maybe two things at the most of any one of the things on there. And once it's done, it's done. Okay. Um, Unless I've made another one for myself, usually, because you know I'm my best customer. Let me stop. But I digress. But yeah, I'm excited. So we'll see within the upcoming weeks what all's what. But you guys, I really appreciate your support. Just even checking it out and sharing the stuff. All right, as you do anyhow. Thank you. Okay, definitely does not go unnoticed. Okay, so if we don't have any questions, you guys, I'm going to slide into pile 2, and we're at 40-40. How about that? Okay, for pile number 2. Whew, shit getting deep around here. Here we go. Here we goes pile number 2, right? This is your person's current energy, to be clear. I'm saying your person because I'm not talking about you. Not because the mofo is your person. Just saying, all right? Here's the sitch. This person is putting on airs, all right? So you could be, I mean, I hope not, but we've all been there, checking out their social media, right? And, checking things out on the scene, as it were. And you could also read just the same that ain't it. They putting up airs, right? A lot of us are intuitive. Duh. Okay. It's like people lie all the time. Energy don't, right? People lie to themselves, okay? Well, the whole time, energy don't lie. Just saying, right? Well, talking about energy, what's really going on? Well, while they're posting pictures and thinking that they're doing a great job at being masked up and keeping the body positioning correct and things like that in play, it's like this person like really like focuses on that. Like whether they want to admit, I don't think they would admit it though. I wonder if it's so much mental focus that I wonder if they admit it to themselves, but I'm not sure. It's not giving clarity there. I don't know if they have the clarity to give for me to read it. Okay. Whew, that's a lot. Anyways, Jeffrey could be some significance. This could be, yeah, okay, hold on a second. Something about, so this person could be like part of the LGBTQ plus or something about this, this person maybe doesn't fit in any one category or one box, and that's okay. No judgment. It's coming through the channeling, or what came through the channeling. I don't want to say that way because I don't want that word to be misconstrued. So it started with a T. There could be some significance to that. If you know, you know. No worries. Moving on. This person is putting on airs whole time. They are avoiding. Ooh, there's a good word, right? Healing. So all 4 of them wands, not holding up much. All right. This big ass Ace of Cups spilt all the way out, right? Because ain't no way Divine's going to be like, yes, I will bless you fucking over a chosen one. That's not the MO of the Divine. Please don't get it twisted. Just saying, all right? And so again, Fool card in the reverse for pile number 2. Go figure. Rejection literally is protection. Let's talk about it, okay? Now, this person I do see could also in current energies be heavily focused on money, not because they're rolling in it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And when they do get some money, they could be spilling it into cups and things like that. Something coming through about knife play as well. This person literally is in spiritual court, spiritual jail. Some of them are going to physical jail, and that's why they're coming up or needing to come up with the money. They've got tower moment after tower moment, and this is part and parcel of the karma. When things calm down enough in the storm energy of this tower, which I can show. Wait, can I? Hold on a second. It's like this person wants to blame you, like, or people like you, or lovers in general, or love in general for their shit, but the whole time they just needed to like step up. They just needed to be authentic. That would be great, right? Authenticity for the win, please and thank you, right? And there's strength in being authentic. There's a lot of static, not so much strength, right? It's like, okay, you could come up with the S word or give you that, but the S is not giving attached to strength energy if you're all masked up. It's almost like a tower of cards. Is that what? Yeah. It's like, okay, as big as you want to make that tower, the apparatus, it's still just papery thin, isn't it? You get one gust of wind or hot air, okay, and you got a bunch of nothing, right? This is like the epitome of the energy that this person is in because of their avoidance of self, avoidance of accountability, avoidance of you, perhaps, right? But when that dust even tries to appear to settle, in those moments, shit really gets real because they can't not think about anything but you. All right, I'm not here saying that they're thinking about you around the clock. No, no, it's like in the wee hours when they just really would just love to fucking be asleep. It's like giving, for the love of God, I just need sleep. I just need a break. Right, I just need rest. I just need to escape. That's when the real chills on that, the karmic repercussions comes in. And it's like the idea of your existence just eats at them. Not in the sense of, they're like teeming with like sheer hate, but in the sense of aggravation for every tear you had to shed. In the sense of, again, karmic repercussions for every time they wronged you and repeatedly, for every time that they showed you that you were not to be trusting of them because they were not trustworthy, right? For every time they didn't support your path, your own personal growth, for every time they didn't take heed to good relationship advice, um, if and when received by others or yourself, okay? Um, for every time they chose to neglect being affectionate towards you, right? Literally, it was a choice, to be clear, right? I'm not saying it like, oh, this person just couldn't. No, they chose, whoever is attached to pile number two, they chose not to, in whatever ways, shapes, or forms that means. And it's different from one connection to the next, okay? And this person had the audacity on top of it to expect you to chase. So that makes me think that, maybe perhaps in the past you were amenable to doing that. And again, this is why we talk about, hey, can you just know your worth and add the tax? Guess what, collective? Often we've got to talk about these things often so that we remain built up in the understanding as well as the believability and the confidence about your worth plus the tax, right? Some people, it's like, yeah, no, I know my worth, right? But then when it comes to adding the tax, you feel a little guilty. I don't know. Is that just me putting myself on a high horse, right? No, but in the throes of you wondering that, you're kind of downgrading your whole shit, and you shouldn't be the one to do that. Don't you think that you've been enough, right? And so that's why we got to talk about some of these things, okay? This person had ample time to apologize for whatever betrayals, disgraces, for whatever led you to this extreme lack of trust, right? And again, they chose not to, right? Even in an avoidant manner, right? It's giving so what of it, because at the same time, there was time to, I don't know, brush teeth, brush hair, drive cars, make babies, some of them, right? It's like you're still an adult, you're still alive, so like, why are you missing the point here? You know what I mean? And you too could have been tasked, go figure, with teaching these particular individuals lessons of this variety. And so you really do have to be mindful of that as well, so you don't stay bound in some form of emotionality. Could you imagine if it's like year four and you're like, I can't fucking stand Jimmy because all he ever did was this, that, and the third to me, and this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. Whole time, you could have just let that shit go. And next thing you know, you could have had three other lovers that, maybe are vying for your attention. Like, oh no, I'll treat you right, and I'll treat you right again and again and again, right? But meanwhile, you're just bound up, kind of like that, Newman. I don't know. I might have called him George earlier. Sorry. kind of like the Newman card that we had, and it's like that's giving at least a waste of time and energy and effort and not good vibes. You deserve to live and to experience the good stuff. You know what I mean? Not hold on to the bad stuff. But this person has the audacity to still pleasure themselves at whatever pictures or whatever thoughts they have of you, or whatever memories, remembrances. All right. Because again, um, people like this, it's giving, and no one's perfect, but at the same time, collective, you're not the problem. You know what I mean? Not that you're perfect. There's no such thing as perfection in this realm, so please don't feel offended, and also take the pressure. Right. Take the pressure right off, okay? But at the same time, it's giving, if you wanted to do the tit for tat, the shit's not adding up on their end. And there's nothing you can do to force that into some sort of delusion fantasy of being other than the truth. You see what I mean? So, this is why we're talking about it. You guys could have had talks in moon cycles past about some very milestone oriented goals, life goals, perhaps relationship goals. But this person really just was enjoying the sex. There's some aspect of just like, yeah, like you check the boxes, but at the same time, you're being used while those boxes are being checked, right? You've got to come to terms with, do you want to be used? That's given like, some of them want to use you, some of them want to be abused, right? Some people are out there like that, right? But that ain't us. You know what I'm saying? And so when you realize that level of discord or disorientation, okay, you've got to do your part to what? Do you and live your best life, okay? Because you doing you will most assuredly get you to living your best life. Now, if you don't do you and you're waiting in a box, in a room, under a tree, even for anyone to come and, I don't know, save you, love you right, be all that you need, okay, then I don't know that there's a guarantee that you'll reach the highest potentiality in the innumerable amounts of variables that this life has to offer you. And I want you to get to the highest outcome. All right. And that's why we're talking about this spirit as well. Okay. You deserve to be seen and heard in any connection, but especially of this variety, right? That of love, okay? Genuine love. That ain't here, pal number two. And I don't think it's funny, but I'm passionate about trying to get that through so that you kind of get to the releasing and get to the good stuff, the actual love, right? That you deserve, the actual emotional intimacy within a connection that you deserve, all right? Now, this person, all right, says, since you've shifted timelines, I've been trying to play catch up to you, but instead played myself because I'm being denied access to you. Your spirit team greatly protects you. All right, just saying. That rejection is damn sure divine protection. All right, you can bet on that. This person's also saying, I don't like to be questioned because I know you will always find out the truth no matter what I tell you. Do you want to be lied to again? How about now? Like, how about tomorrow? How about next Thursday? How about if they come back? You still want to be lied to? You shouldn't. Because if you know your worth, even without the tax, it's still giving, no, there's no room for liars here. Right? Right. I have not learned the lesson that stands between us from past life history. What did I say at the beginning of the session? I think that was regarding PAL 1, so maybe you could have resonated there as well. Loose ends, all right, to some of those soul ties and or soul contracts can very much be what gives rise to stagnancy in a connection. Yes, right? However, not your problem. And that's kind of where you needed to get to, huh? Right? You can understand well and good. You could have had visions. You could have had downloads. You could have had encounters, experiences of very vivid illustrations, or residual energy regarding past life history. And so what of it? Okay? Because energy don't lie. People do. So you've got to look at this energy and see that it's not giving. This person is coming out the gate going, I'm not healing. I'm masking up. I'm avoiding. And you can't not act like you understand that now. So whatever you do from this point forward, if you're clenching on tight still, you've got to know that you're choosing someone over you, and that that's not an act of love from self to self. So now that you've identified that maybe you too are a form of aggressor, all right, regarding why maybe you do struggle feeling seen and heard, what will you do from self to self? Because you can make different choices. You have the right and the divine approval, of course, in case you needed to hear that as well, right? But you can choose to let go and do you, okay? In love and in light, of course, right? Just because you're no longer pursuing someone, just because you realize that someone is not able to give you, whether it's because they're making a choice about it or not, what you deserve to receive, what you desire to experience, doesn't have to equate to hate. It shouldn't, to be quite clear. Okay. This person is saying, I was hot, cold in the connection because I can't seem to make up my mind about us. I am addicted to drama, and you don't provide that for me, so I got bored and left you alone. So funny. You're never alone. I mean, the lack of understanding of what is really going on here is just shining through. And it's not palatable. It's not giving the razzle dazzle that it should. Just saying, okay? This person saying, I do not possess the emotional maturity needed to properly commit to you. Please know it is me and not you. What did I say? Please know it is me and not you. That's their ultimate higher self coming through going, yeah, deadass, that's this ain't on you. You're doing as amazing as you ever have been and as you ever could, really. All right. So don't believe the hype. This person's trying to gaslight you, trying to make remarks like, well, you should change this so I could change that. That's not even the way that freaking works. Wouldn't it have worked by now? Because we've all tried to make changes that we didn't need to make change for over people that needed to make change. Did it work out so well? Oh, wait. Just saying. Okay. Some of you, this person is fighting a court case and they're focusing on whatever that means for them. And again, it's connecting to their money. So there's that. It's giving, do you want to attach yourself to this person's karma? Because this is shit. You don't need it. I see potential in you and want to keep you around to ride your coattails. So on good days when they're communicative, it's just a breadcrumb. Yeah. Do you want that along with the lies? Are you serious? Why would you ever want that? And when you can dumb it down into like what it freaking is, the heart space plays catch up. Just saying. You can't, there's no way you can delusion yourself to feel like it's okay to love somebody like this in the sense of hurting yourself, in the sense of choosing them over yourself, if that makes sense. It's not a call to hate, to be clear, but it's a call to stop loving someone outside of you way more than you're loving on yourself. Okay. It's not loving to think that you should wait for somebody like this. It's not loving to think that if you talk to and reason with and pine over and reach for someone like this, that it makes positive change. Because that's not the case. It can't be the case. Do you understand that now? Because if it were the case, then we wouldn't be learning lessons like, oh, our worth and adding the tax. See what I'm saying? So it could be, you could easily identify it as a bittersweet pill to swallow, but baby, get some water and take this down, okay? You have different ideas about love and intimacy. All right. It's giving what was that? Faith Evans. You abandoned me. Right? Love don't live here anymore. Right? It's okay to let this person go. I don't know what you would hold on to other than, again, residual energy at best anyhow. Because Daddy God, with that Hierophant energy, ain't letting this person come back in. And you're being asked to open your heart to truly feel the magic of love. And somebody sitting there going, yeah, freaking right. What are you talking about? And what I'm talking about is the love that you already are, the love that you already possess, the love that you so freely give. All right. You're being guided to feel the magic of your own love for right now. It's not a doom and gloom sentence, all right? It's not a doom and gloom message. No worries. But at the same time, you want to get behind this so that you can get on to the relationship of your dreams. And not in the sense of you got to lay down and go to sleep to try to get back there to it again. No, in the sense of living it out and experiencing it and loving every minute, okay? So Spirit got jokes for pile number 2. Your next step here is to if I kind of feel like this should be like a fat ginormous if you want to still have this person's number in your phone, you can go on ahead and change it from whatever the hell name that you had them and place in the words X asshole, okay? Because that's what should pop up on your screen, just to give you the reminder should they try to come in. Just saying, all right? Because you are coming out as the star. You're being asked to balance your ish out regarding how you think and feel about yourself, all right? And go into that hermit energy, learn a little bit more. Learn about how divinity is attached to you and there's no severability. Learn about how precious you are in the eyes of divinity, the all in all, the universe, God, Goddess, Holy Spirit, however you subscribe here. It is what it is. And you deserve somebody so much better than this, pile number 2. I'm just so sorry. But I'm also just so serious. All right. Yeah, I don't like the energy. It's not giving. It's so interesting that we started out the session tonight, you guys, with divine masculine, and it's not it though. Do you understand that? You can't, there's no, like, I feel like if this person were in divine masculine energy, there would be some light. There'd be some balanced out. It wouldn't just be so damn opaque that you can't even see, like, your own worth in things. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just what I'm kind of getting off the cuff there. All right. I feel like I'm like, what did I? Oh, and how this person views you. I misplaced that card. Let me see this. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, we're good. How this person views you. It's like they didn't want to say it. They know you're a baddie, right? Whether guy, girl, what have you. I do get that you're kind of on trend, or maybe you make up your own trend, or, you know, go ahead. I'm not mad at you. Just saying, right? If I'm being honest, this person doesn't view you as somebody like lesser than them. I think if anything, if they could actually just spit it without the game, they would let you know that from the second that they realized that you would be amenable to like rocking with them in certain ways, they knew they were lucky. It's almost like they knew that it was going to be a temporary thing. And you know, some people are just greedy. They're like, nah, I'm just, you know, I'll take another one under my belt. I'll try them out so I can say I had them, kind of thing, you know. And or it's like, well, when else could I experience somebody so great like this? You know, it's like you almost kind of can't blame them, but at the same time, again, these mofos are old enough to know better. Just saying, you know, you should be open and honest in whatever kind of connection you got going. And this person definitely isn't even capable of doing that to themselves, with themselves. And that's just so red flaggy. It ain't even funny. Right? But this person, you know, from pile number 1, pile number 1, the energy about the way that they viewed collective member was just detestable. I'm not getting that this person has some level of audacity in the way that they view you. I think the issue might be that this person probably saw you in they probably saw you with a clearer lens than you saw yourself. Okay? Because, excuse me, long story short, if you saw yourself in the way that you truthfully are, again, sharing in with this person's same sentiment, you wouldn't have given them the time. You wouldn't have given them the chance. You know, you wouldn't have given them the experience. What, take the lesson as it came, you know, but keep it moving. We've got a lot of chart placements come out for pile number 2. We've got Scorpio, Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Virgo, whether on the part of you or this person. We've only got a few initials. We've got K, I, and F. All right, whether first, middle, or last, whether on the part of your own or their own, okay? So that's what I have for pile number 2. You guys, it gets a little better in the next pile. All right, I promise. I was like, oh no, should we do 3 piles after pile number 2? I was like, ah. Love and light, Karazi. Say, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Oh, let me stop. That's a 1984. Woo-ha! I gotta look that one up. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. I love 80s music, though. Don't get me started. I was listening to Phil Collins earlier. I sure was. What was it? She's an easy lover. Do, 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 do. Phil knew what was up, but also Phil was type depressed. I was like, man, you know what? This is heartbreaking, some of those lyrics, but he was, you know, he was telling it like he saw it and felt it at the time. I guess you can't blame him, but like, oh, because Phil's range was like from like anywhere from like, yeah, to like, and like all of the steps in between just so authentically truthful. Like he just was not faking it on the mic, and I think that's why I just respect him so much. Love and light, Phil. Right? I should do a song night. What will we do though? What do you mean? I do have like music decks. Is that what you mean, Karazi? Wait, shut up, Fiona. Wait, hold on. What was he an actor in? I guess I should Google it, but when I think of Phil, I don't think of an actor. I knew he drummed. What did I miss him on? Was it TV? I gotta look this up. Let me watch. You know what would have been cool? If they could have had a movie with like him and Robin Williams. I would have watched that. Love and light, Janice Cav. Haven't seen you in a while, babe. Love and light. Yeah, you love Phil too, Fiona. I do. Oh my god. Oh, I gotta look him. Oh, I gotta look up his what do you call it? Discography or whatever. Or no, discography. That's for music. I gotta look up the movies. All right, let's see. You're okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. Fiona, did you watch any of them though? Like, is there like one I should look for, or do I just have to watch all of them? No, let me. Hook me up, Fiona. What are the details? You started this. Let me stop. I'm just joking, babe. No worries. All right. Okay. Ooh, Daniel. That reminds me, it's about that time for me to watch Bridget Jones. We're talking about Howard Jones, and I'm like, oh wait, what Bridget? different decade there, of course, but well, here's the thing about Daniel here, Janice. Hate to break the news to you, but you know, Daniel, when he thinks of your looks, really is quite enamored with the Queen of Wands energy, which does give a yes, but in case you didn't want that yes, we also have the Queen of Pentacles, a variety of yes, which means you are a catch all around, but you already knew that, right? So I think Daniel's feeling like if you actually would mirror that romantic energy, it would make his day, his week, perhaps his life. Just saying. Hate to break the news, babe, but that's really what it is. And I mean, you're coming out, you know, like Daniel. Should I say he has the hots for you? I feel like that dumbs it down though, because this person is somebody that I don't think that they make decisions about like making pairs willy-nilly. I don't think that they're impulsive in the sense of like, hey, this is the flavor of the week kind of thing. So it's a lot of thought going on in there with that King of Swords energy too coming out. Just saying. Ooh. Okay. All right. Oh man, anything pertaining to my favorite song. How would I have one favorite song? Where do you? Can anybody just have one favorite song? Because it's not me. I'm just you'd have to, you'd have to really subcompartmentalize. Like we'd need genres and artists and things. Or are you asking like the favorite song of Phil? Maybe I misunderstood that. Maybe I misunderstood Karazi. Say he's an Aquarius, not impulsive. That makes sense. Although I've known a hella impulsive Aquarius, but I'm pretty sure they had an attachment or have attachments. Anyways, getting out of that energy. All right. Are we good to do? I think we're gonna go into pile 3 now, right? I can watch Buster. Buster. Oh, from 1988? It's a comedy and a romance? Oh, okay. All right, let me see. I was trying to see if there was anybody else I would recognize in it, but this definitely looks like a movie I wouldn't know about. So this makes, because I was like, wait a minute, has it been in my face the whole time? But I don't know that it was, and this might have been too like adult for the timeline for me, but you know how it is. Like sometimes you have to like get a little older to start realizing like what was out there for adults back in the day that you would resonate with now, but not necessarily like while you're caring about like the next Care Bear movie, right? Or something like that. Oh, you're very welcome, Janice. All right, let's see. So Karazi, I don't know if you're asking me for a yes or a no. But because I'm not doing, I don't know what you mean, like one card reading is not what we're doing here exactly. So let me know, babe, before I hop off here, if you're asking me a yes or no question or what. You got a question here, Karazi? I got a question. You got a question? No, I'm just picking on you though. I don't think you have to have a question. I just wanted to be clear that I don't want you feeling like I skipped over you a couple times, if that makes sense. It did get mixed reviews, right? Fiona, like Rotten Tomatoes, I think the score is like 56. But you know, I don't go by that anyways, because like for instance, oh wait, let me look this up really quick before, because I want to see what the score is. And I feel like a lot of people don't know about this movie. Oh wait. Ooh, never mind. They sure do, because it got 70, at least got 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. But 1994 romance comedy starring Johnny Depp in one of my favorite movies, Don Juan DeMarco. Just saying. It's a really he's dreamy in that. But it was kind of bittersweet because it's like they just like tasked him with being mentally ill, I guess. Anywho, that's one of those where you go, oh, it's okay, it's just a movie, right? And you just enjoy all the other pleasantries. No responsibility there. Let me stop. Lovely Alphonse. I do love Edward Scissorhands. That duh, yes. I feel like I watched that one actually again. Like maybe like I think it was last month though. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was last month that I watched that. That's like one of my like go-to feel-good movies every now and again too. Even though that's bittersweet too. I gotta stop with the bittersweet. We gotta get better movie choices, guys, where it's just happiness. All right. Just saying. I didn't see Benny and June. I I think the only reason, if I'm being honest, that I even heard of Benny and June is because of something connected to probably the soundtrack, like the music. Um, because I remember being like, "What's that? What's Benny and June? Benny and June?" But I heard about it a lot because I'm not. I think it had a popular soundtrack, like winning awards and shit. And I was always, you know, it's so funny. I was always so much more into music than I ever was into movies. But the older I get, and probably just because of the industry trends, I have kind of not made like a switch per se, but I do find a lot more solace in like movie experiences than say, oh, here's the new Spotify release list. You know, I'm like, yeah, I want to talk about bittersweet there. And then now with the whole AI thing, like, come on. Like, so many things I could say there. So many things. All right, let's see here. So I'm gonna have to look for Buster, Benny and June. Oh, you know what is another good movie? Before I forget, and I don't know if I actually mentioned this, but who was? Let me just see who was in it. A 1991 film with Bill Murray, Richard Dreyfuss, and a few others. A movie called What About Bob? What About Bob? I love 21 Jump Street too. Also, what was the other one? New York Undercover. I used to switch back and forth. Oh my god, I had crushes on some of those guys. I was like, ooh. And New York Undercover had like the nightclub scenes. Sometimes there was like, you know, musical guests on. I was eating that up. Don't get me started. Yeah, what about Bob with Bill Murray and Richard Dreyfuss, I think was another one in there. Oh, wait, let me see here. Oh, Love and Light Sky, welcome. Oh my god, yes. You know what, you're gonna go through a lot of transformation on the other side of that move. If it's the move I think you're telling me. Okay, let me see here. And you know what, Sky? I mean, to be clear, when you're saying union, the union already exists, right? So I don't know if you're talking self to self, because really, even if you're talking self to Lenny, it's still self to self. I hope that makes sense. But okay, where is the card? Oh my god, I don't even see it. Also, what even is this? Not the card. It's a shelf. Oh, 1 second, because what are you talking about? Oh my gosh, I do not know. Oh, here it is. Sheesh. Sheesh, you got me working over here, Sky. All right. So we got a yes with the world card energy, babe. All right, closed out the cycle. You did it. This is completion. Allow that to stand, though. No going back. All right. So proud of you, though, babe. You liked what you saw. What about Bob too, Sky? That's crazy, right? It's a really great movie. Like I do want to watch it again because I don't remember the details too much as far as like the storyline. But I remember being like, okay, this is actually like, I don't know. I think I just like complex characters, so I don't feel so like out of the water type of thing. like oh, you too. Like you got those quirks about you too, kind of thing. Um. Ooh, let's see here. Don't be. Okay, let me see here. Whoa, all right, sliced and diced it. Okay, now what are you asking me here? Leading to anything. If you want it to lead to this, all right, you got to get out of this and allow for the healing, all right? On the other side of doing that, whether the healing is simply and solely on the part of this person and or on the part of you, because it's given takes two to tango. Just saying, on the other side of that, you're going to get the version of the connection, the relationship, the person that you desire. But please don't settle for the lesser than any of this. Emperor as well as King of Wands. All right, Spirit saying that's the truth. All right. Now, if you stay in that mental energy of like, woe is me, no, it ain't, you know what I mean? Then could be delaying the inevitable and or cutting it off, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Win the Toastmaster contest? Oh, what is that, Yasa? Yeah, Richard Dreyfuss was the psychiatrist, yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Toastmaster contest. I want to see. Oh, you guys share in the community, all right? If you got pictures, milestones, if you got inspiration, we've got a community page here for you guys to like talk to each other and your girl without us having to be on the live stream. You can share pictures, all of that, right? Just saying. But we've got a very decisive yes. But there's something about self-evaluation. Yasa, can you give yourself a break and like hype yourself up a lot more so that you can like win a lot easier? Okay. Because you don't, you know what, you guys, I grew up under a long line of women who quite sadly were taught and possibly, dare I say, encouraged to kind of go negative first so that you could get to the positive. I was literally taught, like, if you don't worry about shit, then it's really going to hit the fan. It's going to blow up in your face and you're going to be doomed and gloomed, right? And long story short, under that type of mentality, mindset, and templating, teaching, right? You just start to get used to being disappointed and losing. And that's a horrible lifestyle and life experience, isn't it? Right? So if you know that, oh man, that kind of resonates, hits home, okay, Yasa and anyone who can make sense of this, because we've all been there to some level and degree. Just saying. Not calling anyone else out, but if we're all being authentic with self, we could find evidence of this. Just saying, right? And so if that's you, even in current energies, you really want to buckle down and say, you know what? I'm going to do different now. I'm going to actually go positive first because what is the worst that can happen? All right. You're all positive and then it ends in a direction that's unexpected. And you still win because you're still here. You're still learning and growing your soul. All right. And I say it that way because if you're putting yourself out there negatively for like, probably it's probably going to be really hard to win. It's probably, I don't know, my fill in the blank, you know, my toast, my master, or whatever, just isn't the best, then you are really ordering up an experience that's going to lead to disappointment, whether you're aware of that or not. But now that you're aware of that, what will lead? You know what I mean? So hopefully that makes sense to the point where you just empower the crap out of yourselves, all right? And you just don't accept anything less than a win, right? Because you don't have to. Even in areas where things aren't turning out the way you expected. Like we talked about literally rejection being divine protection, divine prevention, all right, of further disappointment, even as disappointing as the rejection can be. And ask me how I know, okay? Like, if I had even a penny for every time I've been rejected, you know what I'm saying? Yikes, okay? But it's just the truth. Either way you slice it, and it's really up to you to just take that truth, it being what it is, and allow it to be beautiful nonetheless. All right, even if there's pain there, I need you to know you can still find dare I say, create beauty and beautification nonetheless. All right. You don't have to stay in the pain, the stagnancy, the emotionality, or the dark. All right. Okay. So, baby. All right. So we're going to get to pile number 3. You'd be a billionaire, right? Multi-billionaire. Okay. Out, out, out. Oh, distractions. Okay. Um, So I get that too, Alphonse. No worries. Right. But we're stronger for it, right? And you start realizing like that type of person leads to these type of disappointments, right? And how do you know something until you know it? So you really can't be mad at the journey, the process, the undoing of some of the templating, right? Like I talked about, for me, just, and I'm not a victim of anything or anyone. It's just that if I can share with you some aspects of a personal nature that can help someone else, I will. You guys know that, right? And so, but you get it. You get me. That's why I love you guys. So pound number 3, we're going to start at 125.55. Change. Oh, I love that. Change, balance, decisions. All right. Focus. Okay. You want to talk about focus, pound number 3. Your person's current energies, interestingly enough, is giving all of this. Okay. Now, for those that aren't aware, usually, I'm not going to say every time, I'm too intuitive to even try to fit anything into a box at this point, really. And what I mean by that is if you say always, always, shooting yourself in the foot. If you say never, always, right? Same deal, okay? But long story short, usually if something is in the reverse, it's a severe energy, it's a block and or a negative, right? Well, even in the upright, I mean, dude is not having the best day, right? It's kind of given the energy of this week, perhaps, for some of us. Right? Whoo, we made it. Where you're still kind of gripping the pillow and it's a little tear stain, perhaps, right? Well, at least for this person, whether you want to call them mofo or not, right? We've all got the capability to be in mofo energy, so it makes sense, all right? But I digress. This is the most positive pile here. Pile number 3 out of what we've seen tonight. Not that it's a contest, to be clear, right? And here's the sitch. This person who fumbled you, it's giving, okay, whether they um intentionally did this or not, okay, still general collective, right, for pile number 3. They seem to be receiving guidance from a father figure. This could be a father and or a grandfather. Um and they're being guided to come back. They're being guided. It's giving like, well, if you can't get over this person, and this could be, their family tired of seeing them moping on the couch, perhaps, right? Just every time that they look over, this person just has a sourpuss face, is just depressed. Maybe they are crying, right? And it's so cute, you guys. When this person comes back, heads up, they're probably going to overarch the energy and just, it might be hopefully it's not too off-putting, but it's giving this, right? Like, it's like, whoa, buddy, hold on. Like, we didn't even come to the table yet. And you just, you know what I mean? Like, you invited me for coffee, right? Calm down with it. But this person is just in like, regret energy comes to mind. I can't even show all aspects of these cards. But daggers to the chest, heart chakra. All right, took a hit. This person could be drinking over you, but I really just get that this person has a lot of emotionality about you, about the connection, about their actions, and they're not always high vibes. You know what I mean? Maybe this person does have like depressive mood disorder. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but like, depression just is what it is. And, it kind of lines up with something like this. You see somebody, you know what I mean? Like, unless they're in the waiting room in the ER, you know what I mean? Like, it's giving, that's probably depression kind of thing. And they wouldn't come in and give you a cup, all right? They're still giving page energy. Um, and I don't know if it's because they are like low key feeling like they don't have enough and are not enough. or if that's really the case, okay, with, you know, we've all had holes to climb out of financially and otherwise. Makes sense, right? So this person, you know, just in general, even aside from your connection, could just be, this is their current energy. It's just giving like, damn, man, like, fuck, when's this over? You know what I mean? This person definitely wants a new beginning, but at the same time, they know that they fumbled you. They self-sabotaged, many of them. Could be some significance to that ass of yours they like. You could have tattoos about the thigh. You could wear lace. They love all of that. Doesn't have to be the case. But they want you. You are wish fulfillment. You are the ace boon coon, right? Like you are the one. You are that. Okay? Whether Geiger, what have you here, pound number 3. This person has always held on to you, has always viewed you as they should in Empress energy, again, whether Geiger, what have you. Empress talks about just, you know, again, it's giving like you put your best foot forward, you keep yourselves up, right? You do know how to clean up and dress up, you know, but you also do know how to be um it's almost like the energy of like reading the room. It's like this person knows that you can intuitively sense how they may be feeling, what they may be thinking about when you were together, right? They're not mindful that you were giving, you know, it's I'm hearing like something about like acts of service, but not in the sense of like, hey, I'm gonna be your mailman today, like, but in the sense of like just really being there for someone. It's like, oh, you know, oh, you have that doctor's appointment. Would you like me to come with you and support? And you know, I can, you know, make a sandwich, and you know, like you were thoughtful, and you were, you know, maybe your love language is acts of service, okay? There's some significance about the legs coming through too, that's for sure. All right. um this person is definitely obsessing over this loss. It's like they're grieving you while holding on to you at the same time. This is like the energy of like if you were at a funeral grieving over your loved one, but at the same time you were refusing to let the body go into the ground, right? It's like, well, hold on now, because you're not really making any progressive advanced forward momentum here. And we're not even talking in the case of an actual funeral, thankfully, right? um this person could be low key fearing dying without you, right? Like they do look to you as wish fulfillment. All right, but again, in current energies, whether divine, whether masculine or not, they're given this nada, nothing, zip, zilch. Okay, heavy significance to that ass. Cannot get around it. I just don't know if it's super big or what. I mean, damn. Um, but they want justice. They want to work with you for the connection, not against it, but at the same time, current energies is given this stalemate. Ball is dropped. It's not even on the court anymore, kind of thing, right? This is a soulmate for sure. And they see you as endgame. There could be some significance to Lil Peep, Allentown, Pennsylvania, and or Zendaya. There could be some significance to like password sharing for devices or Wi-Fi passwords. There could have been some spy attempts electronically, perhaps digitally. And you know what's crazy is they're trying to figure out how you're staying so resilient throughout this. All right, it's like in their energy. I mean, we already saw current energy, right? But I just want to hold it up with this other one. Where are you? Look, it's like they were like, no, don't tell it. Don't tell it all the way. That's crazy. Why would I not? Why would I not have that card? Oh, here we go. So current energies. Here they go. Current energies. It's giving storm brewing. It's giving tower energy. It's giving nobody around me can really actually help me or do anything to change this. Duh. They're on a lesson, on a path of their own to be able to make change. I say it all the time. Divine uses things that we really care about and really want to get our attention, right? Makes sense that it's connected to this connectionship, this relationship. But what they want to know is, how are you so resilient? I think they've got a lot of people around them, family, friends, all right? And I don't know if you guys will resonate with this, but have you ever been in like a crowd of people, maybe even in public, right? Walking city blocks, and you just realize like how you're really on your own there. There's a lot of people, a lot of activity. Nobody's really paying attention to you, right? Not in the sense of like a pity party, but in the sense of like realizing how fragile life can be viewed at times, in spite of um, in spite of the path being filled, right? You may be on your own to some degree. I don't want to say alone in the sense of, oh, nobody's backing you. That's not the case, right? But physically, perhaps, right? And so here you are. It's like you realize, oh yeah, storm, we're not talking. Disconnectivity, um, and loose ends needing tied up, perhaps, right? But yet you're making it work. It's like, yeah, I just got, it's giving, um, oh my God, what's that song? It's just me, myself, and I, right? And you're making it work. You're looking good. They're looking disheveled and kind of codependent. Like maybe they are on somebody's couch right now. Do you know what I mean? Whether they're parents or otherwise. And they do have this concern. I don't know if they have a tendency to get bored in connections where they're just not sure if, or this could be because, again, feeling like that page energy, some form of inadequacy, not measuring up. They're not sure how confident to feel about the idea of keeping a spark alive, perhaps in any connection, right? Where there's commitment and or regarding this connection with you. And this could be because you're a little intimidating. Not that it's your fault or your problem, just saying, right? Two people in the same scenario can make different choices and different outcomes and live out different experiences as well as different karmic experiences, just saying, right? And this could be somebody that, it's not for nothing. You did really try, put your best forward momentum, energy into the connection, right? Tried to work with this person, maybe even face challenges. All right. Um, and this could be frustrating too, because it's like you face challenges and you got through them sometimes, right? It wasn't always a lost cause, but yet the ultimate, oh, I heard ultimatum. Maybe somebody gave an ultimatum of sorts. It could be because this person was still holding back from you. It's like you're there, you're giving me some of the energy, you're giving me some of the words, right? But at the same time, energy not lying, you realize this person's got blockages, they're holding back, they're not allowing the heart space energy to just actually like open up and towards the connection with any level of sustainability or even consistency, right? Because this person uh, does have or did have some form of energetic block in the sense of they're not comfortable being vulnerable, honey, right? Again, it's giving that's their problem, not yours, though. Doesn't have to mean that you have to stay around just because they have to have a problem. I say it that way because I've been noticing lately that a lot of people that have problems that they talk about and admit that they have problems, they want to often have to have them so that they have things to talk about, perhaps, I guess. I don't know. I don't get the level of insanity there, but I digress. This person does come across as some sort of commitment phobe to some degree. I don't know if it's because of their family, the history of connections, connectionships, relationships in their family. And man, I mean, I just was talking about a long line of women thinking certain things and being, in certain mindsets. And I tell you what, if I had to look at love based off of their own love connections, relationships, and people that they made babies with, I too would think ain't no way there's love that exists. I too would also not believe that I had love. And that would be sad because the whole time we are connected to love. We've got access to love and we've got the capability and the abilities to foster that. Just the same. But a lot of people they don't believe that. And so they don't live that out. It's not sad, you guys, right? Um So this person also does understand that, when around you, you do tend to make this person better, right? It's giving brighter days, lighter energies, better focus, a lighter um, perception, right? This person can't get weighted down to the level that they are in current energies with you. Mm-hmm. But yet at the same time, the reason why we're still talking about silence and like this like void space type of energy is because they know that in order to maintain a connection with you, they would have to continue to grow. It can't just be on one Thursday of every third month of the year. You see what I'm saying? It's got to be part and parcel of a lifestyle of growth. Well, the sad part about that is that's not a punishment and it's not something negative, yet they view it in that type of energy, in that type of mindset, in that type of perception. And there's nothing really that you should be trying to task yourselves with to get this person outside of the frame of that mindset, because they've got to do the work here. Okay. um and this person's harsh truth is, I let intrusive thoughts win all the time. If somebody's anything, mental space, heart space is outside of balance, chances are you're going to have stagnancy, disappointment, hurt, pain, rejection, projection. Makes sense? All right. This person saying, I was only ever regarded with tough love, so I'm not good at being affectionate. All right. And it's like, you know what? It is really, I do applaud these people's higher selves for admitting that truth. But at the same time, the buck doesn't have to stop there. You don't get to have to put a period there, right? To make it some ending of a whole entire life story, right? You can look at it as a stepping stone that can be turned into a milestone on the other side of your changing your believability crosswatch, or whoever else can make sense of this, right? I mean, I just sat here and told you, like, the women in my family, like, if I look to them, and you want to talk tough love, okay, I, no comment. I'll just write the book. um, um, I let others get in the way of us because they help me pay my bills. This person actually might be on somebody's couch right now. All right. And it happens, right? It's like, don't bite the hand that feeds you, and you're all hungry and shit, right? It's like you just go into that survival mode. That's part and parcel of the path that's going to allow for this person to ultimately be their bigger, better self, all right, where the higher self, the higher mind is integrated into the path. So you really can't be mad at all this, because how would you expect somebody to come here, have absolutely no life, no journey outside of a loving lover's connectionship with you? It's not logical to think like that, and it's also not divine right, role, and agenda usually. Of course, I'll never say never. And you get the sentiment there, right? This person saying, I don't like myself and therefore I can't properly love you. This is why they play too much. All right. Again, heart space, mental space out of balance, you're gonna get it's giving you play with fire, you're gonna get hurt, right? And here's the stitch, you guys. I kid you not, I put this card back in the deck, it came out again. I'm keeping you a secret from others. And the reason why, all right, so it's like, obviously the family, if there's family involved here, know of you, right? But at the same time, somebody's keeping secrets about them wanting to be with you, because also, this could be pentacles related as well, just the same. Their ex is not all the way out of the picture. So those that know would resonate with that. Okay, not everybody's here with an ex, but somebody is, because the thing came out again after I put it back in. This person is saying, like, to themselves in current energy, yep, this was a mischance, missed opportunity. Yes, they do have regrets. Yes, they do cherish the moments that you had together. But also just the same, yes, both of you, is what I got through the intuitive download, need to take time out, be on your own for a while, fix I didn't mean to say finish, excuse me, learning more aspects of you. Okay. It's very important to know yourself if you're going to share you, right? Otherwise, what? You might share too much. And we've heard evidence tonight of others perhaps not sharing enough. Why? Because they don't know and or honor and or fully embody a loving connection with self. That's problematic, especially if you're on top of everything sharing yourself. All right. But here's the sitch. There's this ticking clock, all right, on the other side of you, both taking this break, healing up. All right, this person definitely damn sure got some loose ends, even just mentally, also emotionally, right? How are you going to have an ex, but also be pining for a collective member? Make it make sense, right? But it says, let love unfold naturally and give it time, all right? Give it time to grow. And pulling from the tarot, what's hidden is this is their burning desire. All right. Maybe somebody has some body habituses that are depicted here like that. Maybe there's some significance to the iconic Mona Lisa. All right. Could be LGBTQ plus community as well coming through. Heavy significance to tattoos. You know, it's so funny. I learned of her kind of recently, not super recently. I forget her name though. Forgive me. I wish I remembered it. Was it Annie? I don't know, but she's a pretty badass individual here, and she's a tattoo artist. So maybe there's some significance to somebody being a tattoo artist. Somebody could even have an online platform where you're doing, you know, I don't know if it's something like what I'm doing or if it's tattoos or something. Because the Queen of Swords can tend to get a lot of attention online for a variable list of reasons. This is soulmate energy. This person could be older than you, could be a male and or masculine energy, right? But it's almost like day and night, night and day. They ponder about how they fumbled the ball, but at the same time, it's like, well, shouldn't you do other stuff like heal and like fix it and then get to the getting on? And man, whatever you did down there, whether guy, girl, what have you, with your oral fixation and shit, okay, yeah, man, they love it. You could have made this person feel bigger than what they were down there. Just saying, right? There's some significance to like this person maybe having a small member or a very large member, and it's like either way, whatever insecurity could have been, because you know, just because you're big, don't necessarily mean that that's something that is literally physically comfortable for the receiver, right? Um, and you know, the other end of the spectrum is kind of obvious, just the same. There could be some insecurity attached to the, for those that resonate with your person having a member, a phallic type of situation down there. Whatever you did, whatever you put it through, whoo, takes the cake. It's giving chef's kiss. Literally. And so they're thinking about that just the same. This is giving a lot of like karmic aftermath, right? Sometimes even when you don't make a decision, you're making a decision, right? Like this person just was like, well, I'm not going to step up to the plate because, you know, maybe they thought they can't. Okay, but you still made the decision to not step up to the plate. And when you talk about things like divine soul contracts, twin flames, even certain soulmates, all right, it is not okay to not honor yourself as well as the contract, right? It is okay in the sense that um you know, divine makes a way where there is none, not in the sense of strong arming this person to love you, that would be delusional, right? But in the sense of, all right, so this person is going to be dealing with this karmic energy, they're going to go off on this path, in comes the soulmate of your dreams, you're fine, like, or in comes the new lease on life where you actually start enjoying the love that you have to offer from self to self, right? Hopefully that makes sense to somebody, but man, oh day, I wouldn't want to be this person. They are being guided to this. For those that resonate with this, and you're going, this is definitely my twin flame. This is not a situation yet. okay, at least in current energies from what I can see and feel, that the contract is up. It's just that at the same time you got to make it make sense. You can't have this person coming in half-assed just to rock you all over again. You know what I mean? It's not healthful and it's not helpful. So the divine's not going to allow for you to go down that type of rabbit hole, especially again, if that makes sense, right? Love and light, Samina. Can you please check the description box, babe, so that when I do ring the bell, you're ready to ask the question in the right format. Much love and light, babe. I appreciate you. So, and I don't like, let me see, let me just see real quick, because I want to see about this X. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how XE is the X? How XE? I mean, not everybody resonates with that, but... it's money. Damn. She got a Birkin. Let me stop. Unhealthy attachment. There is an unhealthy attachment with somebody who could actually be materialistic. And because they're materialistic, they stay in that energy of attracting money. And because they stay in the energy of attracting money, this person stays in the energy of breadcrumbing them. I think that's pretty shitty, if you ask me. Like, morally shitty. This person could have status, but they damn sure have some form of abundance, whether they're just able to manifest, able to alchemize. Maybe they come from a certain family, you know what I mean? This person, and there's like this toxic codependence too, though, because it's like something either like with the mindset or with the lifestyle is shared between them, and it's not really high vibes. It's giving like karmic companion. You are being guided into this hermit energy. It came out again for you, though. Spiritual mastery, soul searching, contemplation, solitude. You're being benched at this time, not in the sense of punishment, but in the sense of empowerment. All right. In the sense of attracting this connection to be a thing. Okay. Because just like, we can sit here and talk till the cows come home about how divine's not going to let this, that, and the third happen if this person don't do this, that, and the third. You've got your own shit to do, though, too. You know what I mean? And yeah, I know you want to hear that to be inclusive of with this person. Not always the case. But even though you're doing what you're doing with you, I need you to know it very much can be extremely beneficial to the connection with this person. All right. So stop trying to restrict divinity into some form of box or, under the guidance of your own expectations when the divine is the ultimate strategist, sees all. All right. And again, if you're not rocking with this person, arm in arm and neck and shit, it's for protection. It's for great reason. And it's okay if you don't know that with specificity, but it's not okay for you not to honor that if that resonates with you. Okay? Because that's just the case. And it is what it is. So I'm going to, you guys, that's final call for the bell, to be clear. Because it's getting late and your girl is tired. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, though. I was hoping you guys would come on. I wasn't sure because I got on later than I wanted to, but I was like, I don't know, it's Friday night, and like, I didn't want to just go to bed, you know what I mean? So, although I don't know, I'm tired enough, I could have, right? I pulled an all-nighter basically last night, trying to get deadlines done and things, and just, Red Bull really just does give you wings to get through, I guess. But that's not something that I want to always have to use as a go-to either. So I'm working on that. Just balance in spite of the calisthenics over here. Just going through these energies. And I'm thinking to myself, it can't be just me. It can't be just me. So I definitely wanted to come on. just so we can ground and have some fun. Okay, let me see here. Where are the chart placements for pile number 3, please? Help! Hold on, you guys. They're coming. Oop. Hold on 1 second. I didn't see you flipped over. Hold on. Hold on to the night. Hold on to the memories. I've been channeling a lot of love songs lately too, and I'm like, oh my god. Do I have to go down these rabbit holes? Like, do I have to? All right, so we've got Aries at the bottom of the deck, Cancer, Aquarius, Pisces, Sagittarius, all right? And whether first, middle, or last initial on the part of you or on the part of this person, we've got R, D. Maybe somebody's from the Dominican Republic or a doctor. We've got M and P. Maybe there's some significance to the nighttime. Could be military, police as well. We've got F and E. Maybe somebody needs some iron. No, let me stop. We've got H and C and S and G and T and N. Last but certainly never least, P. All right. So final call for the bell, you guys. Let's get to it and get out of here. All right. Okay. Okay, let me see here. Alphonse, I think. Okay, let me see. Yeah, Alphonse, you're next. All right, hold on. All right, let's see about Brandy. You want me to say it's a no? It's a yes, Alphonse. All right. It's a yes. I know, it's so funny. Out of all the words on this card, it says stern. That my eye went to the very last word on this card, and it says stern. And the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. It's like walked away, right? It's insanity that time after time after time, when we check on her energy, it's giving yes, misses you, right? But at the same time, you probably wouldn't know about any of that. And just cut the deck to the Chariot, leading to wish fulfillment energy. So, you know, maybe this person is well underway in the throes of finding out grass ain't greener. You know? But then you have to ask yourself, like, is that enough to keep something going, though? Just because, I mean, like, if you... I don't know. I don't even have the energy to go down that rabbit hole, but you already knew the yes was going to be a yes, Alphonse. I hate that, you know, we question it just because we don't see it in the energy in, like, your reality experience. But at the same time, I think that there is some aspect of you needing to, you know, maybe in certain ways you could have resonated with certain aspects of the pile we just went through. It's like, hey, have a break, take the break, but make the break beautiful, right? For you. Because worst case scenario, if you want to keep it funky, by the time somebody like that comes around again, if you're playing your cards right, no pun intended, you might not want them anymore. You might have 3 others to pick from. You see what I'm saying? All right, so don't give up on you being the version of you that you deserve to be, right? And not in the sense of, unless and until you get to some other version of you, you're not lovable. That's not the case. You're here to learn and grow your soul, so you can't get around that. And that's kind of why I keep refocusing you on that truth, right? There's other truths there too, but please be mindful of that one as well, because that's what's going to get you to the part where you, in your physical experience all that you're here for. Hopefully that makes sense, all right? Definitely sending you love and light, babe. And anyone else who can make sense of that, because, shoot, you're not the only one, right? But you know what, Alphonse? Instead of you holding on to hope, you know what I would really prefer for you? I would really prefer that instead of holding on to hope, you hold on to yourself. Because I think it's really sad when people get in connections and they lose themselves into the other person. Well, this person had a bad day. Well, I mean, we've all got our days, right? And the more that you kind of like hold on to you about how you're badass, like how you are lovable, how you are the shit, not a piece of it, you're setting yourself up not for failure, not for disappointment, but the opposite and the reverse of that. And anyone that comes in around you trying to say things, trying to be things for you, to you, with you, you're going to better be able to discern, hey, are you a good fit? Am I in alignment with what I thought I wanted out of you now in my current energies? Because unless and until you're questioning that, maybe you should. See what I'm saying? On the other side of knowing your worth a lot more and believing in your capability to receive what you deserve, you're really going to receive it all the more. But unless and until you get to that, I don't know if it's a path that you should have hope for if it's not your highest ultimate path. See what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. I appreciate you too, Alphonse. And I'm so grateful that you are here and that you are living your life. And I'm not saying it like don't see yourself in a sense of long term. I just want you to know that it's okay to refocus on you for now. That's all I meant, babe. Right? That's all I meant. You don't have to everything or nothing, everything. See what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be. And we were taught, a lot of us were taught, yes, the hell it is all or nothing. It's not always. You're too much to live an experience of all or nothing here. You're too powerful, right? To live an experience of all or nothing. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of security in an all or nothing situation, mentality, experience, right? So find ways to continue to magnify the focus on yourself, but in a sense of loving you, not in the sense of, well, I'm Alphonse. Well, I've got this shirt on today. Well, I put my part to the right today versus like, no, but in the sense of, okay, I feel a little fill in the blank. Would you like to change that? Well, you'd have to ask. I don't know. Wait, maybe you feel great. You shouldn't want to change that if you're already feeling great. You know what I mean? And just get this like inner monologue with self, right? With checking in, being your own friend, your own lover, because that's also going to keep you practiced at being in a healthful state of being friends and lovers with others. And when you are putting your best foot forward out there like that, of course it's going to come back, and not in a clapback sense, but in a snapback sense where your reality is beautiful and you don't want to give it up for someone else's. That's all. Exactly. We are all breaking that all or nothing. You're not alone, Alphonse. And congratulations. I love to hear it. All right, let's see here. I want to make sure I'm not skipping over. I think Fiona, you're next, babe. Is that? Oh, let me see. All right, we did Alphonse, right? Okay. Um. Okay, now let me see here. Okay, so okay. Oh, kind of morbid. Okay. Now you know he said that. You want another question? Or I said he said it. I meant to say he heard that. You want to? Let me see. Oh, hold on. Here's your yes, Fiona. Mm-hmm. And the yes at the bottom of the deck. All right. You know what's crazy, Fiona? How about this, you guys? Okay, so well, I won't get into it, Fiona. But long story short, like on the last live stream, I was giving Fiona some words and sentiments um, from her father, who is on the other, very much alive, to be clear, but on the other side. And I kind of had a similar experience with the only man I'll call my father, and who's also on the other side. And I wonder, because the sentiment came through again for me on a personal note about like this remorse energy. I personally didn't expect that, because me and my dad, like, we didn't have like a bad relationship. Do you know what I mean? And it wasn't that he was never expressive. Like, I've seen the man cry before. Like, I've seen how he like would hold on to like mementos. Like, he was the type of person, like, if you gave him anything, like, he kept it. Like, that's whether it was a card. I could have given the guy I didn't, but I'm just saying, oh my gosh, I could have given the guy a napkin with writing on it, like, love you, dad, and he would have kept that. You know what I mean? So, like, we didn't have any kind of like bad blood or anything, right? And he just came through so remorseful. And I don't know if he's basically just trying to let me know that basically a lot of things that I am facing and have faced are not like, life's not always fair, right? And it's not always pleasant, but it is what you make of it in spite of those truths nonetheless, right? It's kind of like the whole duality to this thing called life, right? And so I do try to put a positive spin on things, sometimes to my detriment, like looking back, like I would put positive spins on the ways that like I was treated by like my mother and certain family members, and my version, the version that I am now, right? I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. That's not healthy, babe. Right? But how do you know until you come out of it, kind of thing? And when you're talking like from birth on up, it's like, and when you're talking about a bunch of other people around you that should have known better, just being like, yeah, no, that's fine. It takes you a little longer to be like, yeah, no, that's not okay. So I don't know if that's partly it, or it also got me to wonder, like, if there's some stirring in the ethers, as it were, because there's a lot of change being integrated right now, and that old adage of the last shall be first and the first shall be last, right? And I don't know if there's just some sort of like karmic energy sweep going through where, and he told me too, like, I'm learning over here. So I don't know if it's just the dispensation that we're in, regarding the split new earth versus old earth, and lessons being learned on both sides of the veil. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Fiona, but I was personally surprised at the amount of remorse that was coming through, because we didn't have, like, I remember telling him, like, well, for what it's worth, like, I don't feel like I have need to forgive you, because I wasn't even on it like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like so many other things, and other people in so many more like worser states have happened to me, or have been something that I've had to like heal from. You know what I mean? And he, aside from the loss of him, I don't have need, from what I can see, even in current energies, to heal anything regarding any aspect of our connection. And I like to say it because it feels good to hear me say something like that. Because if you're asking about pretty much anyone else, I can't say that. Can't share in that sentiment that, oh, there was no offense, betrayal, abuse, um, you know? And so that was really surprising that he came through like that. But I don't know if you guys, if there's any other intuitives out there, or mediums connected to the collective that have had similar experiences. Let me know. I'd like to hear because I just want, it just made me think, like, I just did not expect, of all people to come through the channeling and things. And I knew he had been like making his presence known quite heavily a lot lately, but I kind of just chalked it up to the timing of the year. Long story short, because of, and I don't want to go into everything, but so yeah, it was really, I don't know, it was surprising. Like, Fiona, were you surprised whenever your dad came and was like remorseful like that? Oh, he kept it. Yep, that's, I got chill. I love that for you, Fiona. I mean, it's bittersweet, right? But that it feels good. I remember like helping to clean out his drawers and his room and his areas and things, like just helping with his stuff and like helping his family after his passing. And it did feel good to see that somebody cared enough to keep things like that. It's like, wow, like you actually, and I also knew of him to go into some of those drawers and areas to pull things out every now and again to look back at them with us, like me and my daughter, the things that we would have given him over the years. And it does feel good to know that somebody, thought of you, especially a parent, right? You'd think that would be like a no-brainer, but not every parent is really, capable of being a parent. So sad truth. But even then, you can't really be, if that's somebody, if excuse me, if that's something that you resonate with, collective, you can't even be like mad or upset or bitter about it, because at the same time, let's be honest, you wouldn't be the same person that you are right now, having overcome, having climbed out of, having survived, right? And there is a level of strength in that I mean, you should know, um not everyone can carry that type of strength. It's quite weighty at times, isn't it, right? But at the same time, man, I don't know if I would trade that kind of strength that I now carry for the world, because I know what it's like to live my life without that strength, or the awareness of it, I guess I should say. And it's not a better situation. It's really not. When I tell you, and I literally, like, legally cannot tell you, but when I tell you that just um, a few hours of just this one week alone, what I had to experience, um, would break many of you. Like, in the sense of, you would at least have had to probably tear up, if not ugly cry. And I just, as much as I want to sometimes in the throes of things be like, why me? Like, why do I, why do I have to? Why? There is some strength and purpose in those things, in those moments, in those experiences, in, your overcoming, right? And long story short, when you kind of look at where you've been versus where you are now, you ain't trading it for the world, right? Because to do so would be to snap your ass right back to point one, like ground zero, right? And who wants to go through any of the stuff that we've already gone through ever again? Do you know what I mean? So take some souls in that if you can, and just keep it moving. Understanding that, you're going to get through this thing called life a lot easier if you just honor the path for what it is, and allow aspects of, the receipts that you can, when you look back, come up with about, things like strength, durability, discipline, positivity, and divine protection, right? All the news, yeah, or Simi. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Samina. Hold on. Let me see. I don't want to mispronounce your name because I don't like when people mispronounce mine. Samina. Okay. Um. Exactly. No one's perfect, and you know what? The sooner you realize that, the sooner you can take the pressure off. Because do you know how many times many of us, I mean, if you're being honest, have tried to be perfect. It's like, ain't no way. We're not even here to, how would we be here to do half of what we're here to do if we were actually perfect? Like, people can't stand us now half the time because they think, all right, that we think that we're perfect, right? Whole time we're just putting our best foot forward and cloaked under the divine protection that we very much are cloaked in, right? And so it really doesn't really matter what all you're talking about. People are going to look for reasons to hate you versus love you, right? And I think that's why we talk about so many times on the channel, really honoring who you are versus who you are not. So no one's opinion matters to the point where you're actioning out some sort of unloving energy or actual actions towards yourself, because we've gone through enough, right? And you know, going through enough also equates to being able to help empower another who may actually very much resonate with certain aspects of your path and the very horrific things, perhaps. All right, we've all got our stuff, right? That, you know, we've overcome, and so each one teach one, right? And I think, you know, when you kind of take some of the emotionality out of it, you really kind of can see, like, it's almost like this beautiful sacred geometric pattern that we all kind of you know, integrate together when we do come together in like-mindedness, right? As well as in assistance to others. And I do love that about us, right? But the balance is necessary, and that also connects back to self-worth being in proper perspective, all right, being kind of like the prerequisite to this, because otherwise we're over giving all over again, right? Overextending, breaking backs, you know, and then wondering why, like, you know, people aren't really appreciative of us unless they're having access to use us all over again, right? And there is a level of strength in honoring the lessons we've already learned, such to the point where we don't have to go and relearn them, right? You guys get it. All right. So I don't know what your plans are this weekend. I don't really know what all my plans are. I do have a lot of working parts I've got to continue. I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm like trying to do those spinning plates. I'm like, okay, here we go, Divine, come on. I'm trying to keep them all spinning and off the ground and shit, right? But even then, you guys, if you even resonate with that energy, just give yourselves grace and know that you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. I don't know what you all are looking at building or maintaining, or even if it's just in the aspect of loving self, right? Keep going, but do so in balance. Okay, if you feel like you need to rest, you need to honor that. If you feel like you need to put the press on and get something done, bang it out, you need to do that as well. Okay, so I do plan to come on again this weekend. I'm just not exactly sure if it's going to be like morning versus late evening. And I think I might make a post about sexy tarot, because we haven't done that in a minute. I think that's always pretty fun. So stay tuned for the post, because I'm probably going to do another poll to see if you guys want something like that this weekend, or if you want to wait it out, depending on what current energies are, right? No judgment, only love and light, you guys. All right, let's see here, Samina, about David. Okay, let me see here. You're in Italy, Samina? That's awesome. I always wanted to visit there, and I wanted to get like hand rolled pasta, because I don't know, I'm just convinced it tastes better. Like it's probably just, I don't know, I think it just would taste like clean, pure pasta, if that makes sense, and not really just like cardboard, you know, the kind that comes out of the box. You're like, ow. Um, so continue the connection at a distance, okay? I don't think that this person is looking to leave you, in the sense of they're too busy holding on to the hope that you two do work out, and the thing of that not being the case actually makes them quite mentally upset. All right. So I don't think, I hope I'm understanding you. Okay, let's see. Connection at a distance after we'll meet. I think you and this person are worried about the same thing, but I also don't think worrying helps, because worrying is a down payment for some sort of disappointment or perhaps debt, right? This person is definitely at least energetically focused on you. I don't know if you're saying it like because you're not talking to them yet, but you're saying after you meet the first time. Okay. So yeah, I think you guys are just mirroring each other's energy. Like, oh, I really want this. This is too good to be true. Oh, obsession. Like, I'm, oh my God, obsession. Obsession. All right. Definitely tastes better. I'm gonna go learn someday. I promise. I'm gonna do it. I want to go to. I want to visit you. Oh my gosh! You know what would be awesome, Samina? Can you share a picture of something iconic near you in Italy? Like, if you can just take a picture and put it in the community page. You guys, let me know where you're watching from. That'd be cool. I mean, it's just really crickets over there in the community page for this channel, and I don't understand why, because you guys are pretty amazing. You're definitely interesting. You got a lot going on. Many of you are artists, right? Writers, all kinds of creators, all right? And I'd love to see more. I feel like I get on here enough, and I you know, tell you about myself, and you guys have to focus on what I'm talking about, and I'd love to focus on what you got if you're willing to share, you guys. So please be mindful that we do have a community where we can actually engage and share and, I don't know, laugh and talk and give movie suggestions and all of that, right? Yes, please post the Navy Pier, Fiona. You will, Samina. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Because I don't know, it would just do my, I really do care about you guys, like, in case you're still wondering at this point. I don't know why you're wondering, but so I want to see too. Like, I just literally this whole time I'm at a screen with myself. I might as well be in the mirror. It's just me and hands, right? So I'd love to see your, you know, what you got going on. Doesn't have to be anything awkward or outputting, but just share. You guys, sharing's caring, and it does help us feel a lot more connected. And we can't always be on the live stream. We've got different schedules, and we've got you know, different times of the day for you know, sun time versus moon time. We've got different time zones, all of that. So the community is a really great way to, you know, consistently share in spite of your schedule. All right, and I invite you to do that. Ooh, Milano. I've never heard of Legnano. I've heard of Milano. Yes, I'm excited. Yay, Sanina and Fiona. And anyone else who's going to share, I dare you, go ahead and share. All right, I'm going to be watching. Because it's crickets over there, and I was like, well, this too shall pass, right? So I'm grateful to say it's passing and you guys are already sharing. I love that about you guys. And I'm going to share right back. You already know, okay? Because sharing literally is caring. And I love you guys, all right? Each and every one of you, even if we just met, even if you're my A1 day ones, I'm so serious. And that's why I tell you guys all the time, I'm like, listen, don't come for me on the live streams because I'm not playing favorites about the live stream rules, because you're all my favorites. So I'm like, what do you want from me? You know what I mean? So there's that. But thank you guys for hopping on. I really do hope that you have an amazing rest of your night or day, however this works out for you, in real time. And I do very much look forward to the next live stream. Oh, paleo racehorses. Oh man, horses are so majestic and therapeutic. Man, I'd love to just. I always thought it'd be neat to like brush their hair and stuff. Like, you know, you get some of them. They really like, some of the owners. They really style them up and things with the braids and the bows and the ribbons. And I'm like, that'd probably be me if I was a horse person like that. Like, I'd be like, look at this pony with the pony rocking. It'd be all sparkly with the sheen. Leave it to me. Shoot. I love animals though. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, I'm getting really tired, so I'm gonna go rest my bones and things and continue to be grateful for each and every one of you. I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart. You guys keep me going, and I really appreciate you for that. And thank you for appreciating me just back, or right back, just the same, excuse me. Because you know what? I don't take that lightly. I do, you know, I do give my prayers of thanks for you guys because I know that it's a choice for you to come on here. I know that it's a choice for you to you know, take in some of the information that's shared here. And just the same, I know that it's a choice for you to give that energetic exchange, give your love light. All right. And to be clear, I really do appreciate you all for that. Okay. Thank you so much. Much love and light.